What's up, everybody? This is a very impromptu Wonder Woman 2017 Netflix watch along, engaging with Netflix in support of, right there, Sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Oh, hashtag, let me fix that actually. Hashtag Sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Hashtag Sell ZSJL to Netflix. Hashtag Sell Snyderverse to Netflix. This is an amazing movement that has been basically done all by fans of Zack Snyder and his DC Universe movies that he created, starting with Man of Steel. Yesterday, I did a Man of Steel watch along. Let's see if that fixed it. Yeah. So yesterday, I did a Man of Steel watch along, and I did that with Batdan and had surprise guest Skywalker the Jedi, who created hashtag Sell Snyderverse to Netflix, Sell ZSJL to Netflix, because as you all know, there was plans to bring back the Snyderverse actors, and unfortunately, those plans were derailed and sabotaged by a change of leadership with a new co-head of DC Studios. So as of right now, those plans were sabotaged, and so movies like Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, The Flash, and now Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, Aquaman 2, had appearances from all those Snyderverse actors basically teeing up for a Justice League reunion movie. But those plans were sabotaged. So, Skywalker the Jedi and the cool table on the bottom ticker right here, as you can see, the thing that's scrolling, these are all members of quote unquote the cool table, because there's a lot of fans who have been trying to control the fandom and the narrative surrounding the fandom. Recently, there were headlines as of last week saying that Zack Snyder was done with the DC Universe. And that was not true. Essentially, that was all based off of a like that happened on Vero True Social, which is the social media platform that Zack Snyder has a stake in. And he is on Twitter, but he prefers Vero True Social. And so people were screenshotting somebody's question, because there was a screenshot of a YouTube video saying Snyderverse is done, because somebody made an inference in a Hollywood trade, the writer of the article, that Zack was not going to do it. There was no quote saying Zack was done with DC, but the author of the article, who had an agenda, was basically trying to infer that Zack was done. So YouTubers created headlines that said, Snyderverse is done, Snyderverse is over. And that was all based on the fact of the article. So then what happened on Vero True Social is a fan screenshotted the article of a YouTube thumbnail, which is a picture, what you see on YouTube, and it said Snyderverse over. And the fan asked, is it true that Snyderverse is dead? And then there were spaces, and at the bottom it said, either way, whether the fans, as long as the fans continue to support Zack Snyder, the Snyderverse lives. So what was happening were people were doctoring the photo and showing that Zack Snyder liked the post, but they were cropping off the bottom part. So there were two parts. There were basically the Snyderverse is dead, and the fan was asking about that. What do you mean by this? Snyderverse being dead? Is this true, Zack? And then the bottom part said Snyderverse lives. So Zack Snyder liked it. So then another fan reposted that screenshot of the like and said, Zack, what do you mean by this? And Zack Snyder replied saying, that's true. So then people who aren't Zack Snyder fans, in my opinion, who didn't want Zack Snyder to continue, started screenshotting and photoshopping and manipulating pictures to make it seem like Zack Snyder was saying, that's true, the Snyderverse is dead. When in reality, that was not what was being said. He was basically implying that second part of the question, which was the last part, which said, as long as the fans continue to fight, Snyderverse lives. That's what Zach was referring to. So basically, mainstream media has wanted certain fans to think that Snyderverse is over, but that is not the case at all. So fans like Skywalker the Jedi, Skywalker Tweet, No Goliath, the New Geeks, and Necron L. They took narratives back from these Hollywood trades who want to manipulate, our YouTubers who just want clicks, who just want people to click on their videos when they have headlines like Snyderverse is over, Zack is done with DC. These fans created the hashtag, well, Skywalker the Jedi is the one who created hashtag sell ZSJL to Netflix. And then hashtag sell Snyderverse to Netflix is basically the main point of what we are trying to get done as fans. So Netflix is working with Zack Snyder, has him under an exclusive contract. He has Rebel Moon coming out, which I'm so excited. For those who don't know, Rebel Moon is a sci-fi epic fantasy adventure that was originally intended to be in the Star Wars universe. Unfortunately, Disney Lucasfilm passed on Zack Snyder's idea. So it morphed into an original IP that Netflix now owns, which is Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon. So that film will be debuting part 1, which is called A Child of Fire, on December 21st. It was originally scheduled for December 22nd to debut on Netflix, but they have now announced as of today, I believe, that it will be debuting December 21st at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So in my time zone, I'm Central, so that means 9 o'clock on Thursday, December 21st. Rebel Moon will be available worldwide. There are some passionate fans like Skywalker the Jedi who were able to secure tickets to watch the movie in theaters. But because this is a Netflix movie, it's only going to be a limited event at Netflix-owned theaters. So that will be in Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, and London, starting December, I believe, 14th or 15th. There will be Rebel Moon screenings. So you can buy those tickets as of now. Most of the good seats are taken, and some screenings are sold out, but there are some available because it's going to be a limited time engagement. So if you are in one of those cities, Los Angeles, New York, Toronto, or London, make sure to grab Rebel Moon tickets. But anyways, until we get to Rebel Moon, we have Netflix that got basically all of the Snyderverse movies on Netflix, which includes Man of Steel, which I did a watch party for yesterday. You can go watch that on my channel in the replay crew. Basically, what we're doing is we're all going to about to do a countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're all going to press play, and we're going to watch the movie together, and then just kind of talk, chat with each other via YouTube, and do a answer questions, talk about it, whatnot. So that's the first, the main reason that we're doing this is to engage with DC movies. So not only did they get Man of Steel, but they also got BVS, Batman v Superman. My watch party, just so everyone knows, is unofficial one. The official Sell Snyderverse to Netflix watch party will be on Skywalker the Jedi's channel. You can find that through his Twitter, which is on the ticker in the bottom, at Skywalker Tweet. Go to his Twitter and you can find his YouTube. Or if you just type in Skywalker THA Jedi, Skywalker the Jedi, you will find him on YouTube as well. So yeah, all of these guys have YouTube channels. Go check them out at the bottom. So, okay, like I was saying, so Man of Steel we have on Netflix, Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman 2017, which is what we're about to watch. Suicide Squad, which is trending Number 4 as the top movie, as the last time that I saw it, might have gotten bigger. And what else? Wonder Woman 1984 is also on there. So the second Wonder Woman movie. Shazam. Shazam 2. Black Adam. Black Adam is actually trending the top 8. Or no, 7. It was trending top 8, but now it is top 7th movie on Netflix. So it's blowing up slowly but surely. And what else? I think Birds of Prey is also on there. And DC SuperPets. And yeah, those are the only movies worth mentioning. So yeah, go and watch those movies and engage with Netflix, because that's what we're here doing. This full disclosure, this might not be a packed house. It is the middle of the week. This is very impromptu. Selfishly, I'm doing this because Skywalker the Jedi is the official #sell watch parties, but he did Man of Steel on last Friday, December 1st, which is when the movie showed up on Netflix. And then he did Wonder Woman 2017 on the 2nd, I believe. So I missed both of those. So Bat Dan, the reason I had Bat Dan on here for Man of Steel yesterday was because he missed them. He missed Man of Steel as well. So yeah, what my thought was, I reached out to Skywalker the Jedi and I was like, hey, I don't want to step on any toes, but I figured I'll just do one on my YouTube channel. And, you know, if people join, cool. If not, I'm just going to watch one of my favorite movies. But it looks like we do have some people in here. So I'm going to say hi to some people that entered in the chat. First person we got is TJ. Yeah. So I did not mention that Netflix doesn't have Aquaman, the first Aquaman, on Netflix yet. There's a few, right? There's that one. The Flash, obviously, is not on there. Blue Beetle, which just came out. So yeah, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that is the reason, right, TJ, that we are trying to #sell ZSJL to Netflix to get the point across. For those who are like, okay, why are you doing that? Well, we've been doing this when people have been gaslighting us, telling us that we're stupid, move on, Zack's not going to do any more DC. When recently Scott Stuber, the head of Netflix Films, has acknowledged the movement, the leaders of this movement, differentiated the movement by quoting a certain segment of fans want Zack Snyder's films to continue to be on Netflix. So that is the goal right now, to engage with the properties we do have on Netflix. But looks like TJ is saying, so on New Year's Day, Justice League drops. Well, we'll see, because it was supposed to be December 1st and things changed. So, oh, are you saying so new information that Aquaman also drops? Okay, we'll see. So we're basically, if that's the case, that's new information, TJ. And that means that we are making an impact and we are getting stuff done. So let's go. I also want to shout out DC Talk 82. How's it going, fella? Thanks for joining me. Like I said earlier, I don't know how many people were going to be here, but hey, as long as it's just a few people in here that are really ready to rock out and engage with Netflix, that's cool with me. I did want to give a shout out. I am part of the Monarch Monstars on Trey, the Bat Channel's YouTube channel. They're going to be doing a watch along here. I think it's starting pretty soon. So if people, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, but the reason I'm doing it now is because tomorrow is Skywalker the Jedi's Batman v Superman watch along on Netflix, and one of my favorite movies. I definitely want to be there for that. So I wanted to get these two out of the way and kind of help out with the engagement on Netflix and tee up for Batman v Superman tomorrow on Skywalker the Jedi's channel. It looks like TJ is saying Rebel Moon drops 10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So that means December 21st, 10 p.m. Eastern, you will be able to stream Zack Snyder's new sci-fi fantasy epic Rebel Moon on Netflix. And we are so excited. Right now, he's doing all the premieres. He's promoting the crap out of it. It's all over Twitter. He's blowing up. It's exciting time. So I'm really excited. Oh, wow. And so Joker is going to, what? 31st of December, TJ, or 31st of January? That's crazy. So that means more DC is coming and on the way. Wow. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So thank you for giving me those tidbits. I haven't seen that yet. I always am, like, I try to like get on Twitter and be most up to date. And a lot of times when I'm on YouTube streams and checking out people's, okay, so December 31st, so New Year's Eve, we're gonna get Joker. Wow, awesome. So yeah, I'm always like doing stuff. So, like sometimes I'm at the gym and I'll jump on YouTube and do a chat, or I'll be I won't be driving, but I'll be out and about doing stuff with errands, and then I'll jump in listening to chats. So I'm always like around sometimes, but I'm not listening all the way. But yeah, we got Neo Sevens in the chat. So this wanted to wear this. This is also one of the reasons why I rock out with this movement. This shirt, which is the Justice League Trinity, as you can see, was created by the #Cell movement. And these shirts are available, this last part, intothepeople.com/sellzsjl. So you can buy this shirt, and what it does is it doesn't go for any type of profit from the #Cell community. What it does is it supports the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP. So this movement is amazing because they support charity. That's the whole reason that we are rocking out with Zack Snyder. The reason we got the Snyder Cut is because fans made an impact in the real world. I also want to show off. So this is not available right now, but the ones that are, I actually all have. This is available right now, the entire Justice League, including Wayne T. Carr, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter with Darkseid ominously in the background. So this is available right now. It's amazing. They have the premium fit right here, which I love. It's so soft. On the back is the #Cell logo, which was actually approved from Zack Snyder himself. It says, "You must let go of the life you have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us." #SellZSJL, #SellSnyderverse with the Cell logo in there. So that's one that's available right now on intothepeople.com. So this one that I have is actually the black version, which is not available. But this design featuring Cyborg, the man himself, Ray Fisher, in white is available at intothepeople.com. So if you would love to support your boy Blood Axe, Darian Blood Axe, coming up in Rebel Moon, Ray Fisher, get you one of these at intothepeople.com. Like I said, the white. So all of these shirts designs come in t-shirts or hoodies. So if it's getting the winter time, if you have enough t-shirts and you're like, no, I don't need any more t-shirts, get you a hoodie. Keep yourself warm. And the last one, my personal favorite, which might come up later on in the stream, exclusive full design of Wayne T. Carr, Green Lantern himself, on the Cell shirt with the logo on the back. This is available on intothepeople.com. As far as I know, this is the only design featuring Wayne T. Carr, Green Lantern. So Zack Snyder shot this to include in the Snyder Cut. WB did not let him put it in for a lot of politic reasons, but there is hope to get that original post-credit, or not post-credit, but ending scene featuring Green Lantern Wayne T. Carr in Zack Snyder's Justice League when it shows up on Netflix. So go over to intothepeople.com and get you one of those fire shirts. I'm going to finish catching up with the chat, and then we'll get started. I've been rambling for like 20 minutes. What's up, Neo Sevens? Thanks for coming. Yeah, TJ, I was mentioning that earlier. Suicide Squad is now the top 4th movie on Netflix. Suicide Squad 2016. Don't get it twisted. And Black Adam is now number 7 top movie. Shout out to David Ayer. Shout out to The Rock. Your projects are blowing up. And I did see all of the DC movies trending. Maybe not SuperPets, actually, now that I lie. Maybe not SuperPets, but everything else was trending. So we're making moves, y'all. Making moves. DC Talk says WBD is the dumbest company I know. Somebody pitched a MK versus DC Universe movie, and they said no. Anybody who played that game, if you have that game, I think it was on PS3, right? Fire, right? Seeing Scorpion go up against Batman, Sub-Zero against Superman, Joker fighting Katana. That would have been amazing. They passed on it. WBD hates money. This company needs to fall. Hey, it is what it is. They're digging their own graves. Need to get one. Yeah. Need to get one of these. So once again, I'll show them one more time. Wayne T. Carr, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and the Justice League. Available in t-shirts and hoodies right now. Go to that link, intothepeople.com/sell. Yeah, the only design featuring Wayne T. Carr. All right, everybody. We're going to get started. Already 20 minutes in, and I'm still talking like a dummy. So go ahead and get your Netflix queued up. Let me know when you're ready. Give me a thumbs up in the chat, and we'll get started. Thank y'all for being here. If you can't stay for the whole stream, no worries. This is super last minute. Just wanted to get on here, support, engage with Netflix. Even if nobody showed up, that would have been cool. I literally would have just watched it because I love this movie. I love Wonder Woman. Obviously, I dressed like this for Full Circle. Met Zack Snyder with Skywalker the Jedi in costume. It was an amazing event. I hope one day all of you get to see ZSJO in IMAX as it was intended to be seen. But right now, until that happens, the next mission is to blow up Rebel Moon and DC on Netflix. Let's see, we got somebody else in here. We got Rookie Not Reality 4. How's it going, Rookie Not Reality 4? How's it going? Thanks for joining. We're about to get started. Looks like we got some people saying, yeah, TJ said, why would anyone say no? That's wild. WBD. I hate money. Yeah. And Skywalker the Jedi Space, somebody referred to WBD as we broke desperately. And I love that. All right. TJ's ready. Neo 7's ready. TJ says, I know we're going to get ZSJO Emerald Edition in theaters. That would be the way to see it. Trust me. All right. We're going to go get started. Got my lasso ready. Got my gauntlets ready. Got my tiara ready. All right. Let's go in 5, 4. Oh, actually, hold on. Sorry. False alarm. I have to listen through my headphones. Sorry. False alarm, y'all. Let me get my headphones. All right. Now we'll do the countdown. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. If anybody needs a timestamp, just ask in the chat, and I will go ahead and throw that to you. I forgot to say that on my last watch along. Who else? Drop some fire in the chat if this theme just sends shivers down your spine. Wonder Woman's theme is literally one of the best. Hey, we got my niece in the chat, Kimberly. How's it going, Kimmy? We are watching Wonder Woman. I took her to see Wonder Woman 2017 in theaters, and I will never forget the look on her face when she sees this beginning part with the Amazons training. Kimmy, do you remember that? Do you remember being a little girl seeing Wonder Woman in theaters? Neo 7 loves the theme. Same. So now we're seeing modern day Diana. Wonder Woman slays. It was amazing, right? So good. Her face was like this, y'all. She was like, and I will never get that image out of my mind, seeing her being blown away by the Amazons. Wayne Enterprises. We know who owns Wayne Enterprises, don't we? I know. So Wonder Woman 2017 came out June 2nd, and that's my birthday month. So my birthday month, for my birthday, literally took everyone to see Wonder Woman. I had a Wonder Woman themed birthday party at my place, at my apartment. It was awesome. Yep. Remember that, Kimmy? Yes, we do. By the way, when we watched Wonder Woman 84, that was my first. Oh, it was? So honestly, TJ, I think I remember you saying in the chat, but what did you think of Wonder Woman 1984 for the first time? Honest thoughts. There's the photograph. So we first see this in Batman v Superman, the photograph of Diana in 1917, right? I think that's 1917 or 1918. So now we get the flashback, little young Diana. This little girl's awesome. She has the gauntlets, just like me. And I think that's my niece. I think that's what my niece probably loved. Is it, starts off the main character, the little young girl who's actually pretty badass. Yeah, Neo Sevens, Diana's outfits, the fashion sense. I think honestly, like costume designer or whatnot, really not only appealed to like females, like females wanted to wear it, but the men were like, wow, she looks awesome. She looks powerful. She looks sexy, but also, wow. This is the part, Kimmy. Sorry, I was getting distracted watching the Amazons. This is the part where seeing the Amazons go crazy. My niece was like, shout out to Enthiopy, Robin Wright, Wonder Woman's auntie. All right. My niece said she was thinking about being Wonder Woman for Halloween. That would be amazing. My niece has black hair, so you would fit it, Kimmy. Yeah, Neo Sevens. Yeah, the mascara looks gorgeous, right? We need more of it. We need Diana to go back to the mascara after Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? Diana. So one reason I loved Wonder Woman as a kid, my mother's middle name was actually Diana. And her birthday is the same day as Wonder Woman's, according to the DC calendar. So my mom's birthday is Wonder Woman's birthday. How are you today? Yeah, the little actress, the little Diana, she killed it. She really did. Connie Nielsen as Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons. Amazing. She is so loyal to Zack Snyder. I think Zack loved her in Gladiator, and one of the reasons why he cast her. She's such a sweetheart, Connie Nielsen. Trying to see who the little girl. A scorpion must sting. But mother. I'm excited. We could all, I have every single like DC character. So let me know. I would be down for a DC theme Halloween in 2024 if we can get everyone on board. Oh yeah, we can. We can. Ask your mom right now. Pencil her in what she wants to be. Wonder Woman was sculpted from clay. Is that true, guys? I love this part, the flashback of the gods. Honestly, was okay. So Wonder Woman in 84, he says, honestly, it was okay. Could have been better. Cheetah wasn't bad. Wasn't it bad? But her reasons for being a villain was meh. Pedro Pascal was not needed. It should have been Cheetah. Ooh, Banshee versus Wonder Woman. Yeah, I agree. Silver Banshee. What's going on, South Cali guy? If you need a timestamp, mine's kind of laggy, so it might be a little off. I'm coming up on 6 minutes 55 as of now. 6:55, 56, 58, 59, 7-minute mark. Yeah, Robin Wright redeemed herself from her Jenny character, right? Jenny. That's how I knew her. I still know her as Jenny. Yeah, the flashback of the Amazons is gorgeous. How it's drawn. I'm sure we can all use my child charm to convince them. Yeah, do it, Kimmy. Do it. Yeah, the flashback Neo Sevens. Oh, you just watched Forrest Gump earlier? What'd you think? It's one of my favorite movies. So the Amazons were imprisoned by man and bursted out, coming free, and Ares killed all the old gods, according to this. But Zeus was the only one to take down Ares. I love that when you see her in the horse. I loved it. I was rewatching it. Oh, nice. All right. You've seen it before. Such a good movie. I heard they were going to make Forrest Gump 2. There was actually a script and everything written, but it's going to be like from the 90s, I think. So all the events in the 90s he was going to be part of from history. And I don't think it ever got made. What's up, Sickness? Thanks for joining us. You need a timestamp. A little bit past the 9-minute mark, coming up on 9:10 as of now. 9:10. 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Mr. J, 310. What's up? How does everyone feel about Hippolyta? Do we like Hippolyta? This actress? The Armory, the Great Tower. So I did send out some links, and I tried to get some of the females. I mentioned this on the Wonder Woman 1984 watch-along. I wanted to get some of the female voices on this space to be heard. But considering this was last minute, I did reach out to some of those individuals, and they were busy, obviously. But in the future, throwing it out there, I'd love to hear more female voices in this fandom of #Cell, or just Snyder fans in general who love these movies, whether it be Man of Steel, Wonder Woman. We can all like everything. I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies. The God Killer. You keep doubting yourself. South Cali seems to love Hippolyta. What's up, fam? Much love. Thank you so much, Sickness. Love right back to you. Neo Sevens, yeah. Connie Nelson is awesome. This is where she has to play bad cop, right? Diana. Overprotected mother. All right. It's TJ's last comments about Wonder Woman 84. I feel I'm conflicted because I wanted Wonder Woman 1854 as the first film, but I'm okay with this one. The 2017 one could have been a sequel to 1854, so 5.6 out of 10 for Wonder Woman 84. By the way, Mama Hippo be lying. Mama Hippolyta. So yeah, so for those who don't know, Wonder Woman 1854 was the original idea for Zack Snyder, where Wonder Woman would have existed during the Crimean period, way before she debuted in the year of this, which was 1918, I believe. So that was the original idea, to have a grittier, dark Wonder Woman. And those concepts were photographed and hang on Zack Snyder's wall. So you can see what would have been a very savage Wonder Woman. So yeah, I would love for it to be made. I don't know if it will happen, but hey, stranger things have happened. I feel it. Lauren and Mom are going to be Batman and Robin already, so that's already quite a few of us in on it. Woo! Who would you be? Well, if they're Batman and if my sisters are going to be Batman and Robin, then I have to be Batgirl. Only makes sense, right? I think. And I have a full Batgirl that I bought. I was supposed to wear in Comic-Con in 2020, and obviously Comic-Con 2020 didn't happen for multiple reasons. So I have not. It's brand new. I have a Batgirl costume that I've never worn. So let them know if they need a Batgirl. Here it is, Gal Gadot, our Wonder Woman. Training. Gal is just iconic as this character. Ah, here comes Tia. Here comes Auntie and Tayapi. Ooh. Tough love. Harder. Again. Woo! Yeah, you go, girl. She just shoved her. How about that being fair? So cool, right? That was new for me as a longtime comic book reader. I was like, what is that? When I saw that in the trailer. Yeah, it does sound awesome. All right, they want one. They want a Batgirl. They got it. What do you think? You think she'd go for a younger guy? So for 5,000 years old, Barry. Every guy is a younger guy. Is that what Cyborg says? Shout out to Ray Fisher, Cyborg. Every guy is a younger guy, right? South Cali guy? Are you one of those guys, South Cali guy? Because the arc would have been from gritty to soft, which would be why in Cyborg's nightmare she's dead. Ah. Yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah. So is she dead though? Because she's a god. So, or no spoilers actually. Sorry. Probably shouldn't spoil anything. She's a god killer. Oh, here he is. So comic accurate for anybody who doesn't read the comics. Steve Trevor showing up as a pilot, landing in the ocean of Paradise Island. Diana, being the warrior that she is, dives in to see what's going on. We got Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. What'd y'all think about Steve Trevor's casting? Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I love this. You see her silhouette in the sunlight as he's like passing out. Yeah. Diana's dead, is sleeping. Yep. South Cali guy. Yeah. I'm a huge Kimberlyn loves Steve Trevor, Chris Pine. Same. He's a great actor. If you haven't seen Dungeons and Dragons, which I'm a nerd. Like I'm gonna go to Comic-Cons and whatnot, but Dungeons and Dragons is something I've never played because I'm so intimidated about it, and I've always wanted to. But that movie was awesome, in my opinion. But I don't know. Like, From what I've taught, what I've learned from friends is that it was very accurate to and great to honoring the tabletop game. TJ says, by the way the plane entered Paradise Island is similar to Wakanda. True. Yeah, the way it like breaks up. Yeah, you're right, from Black Panther. The way it's kind of like that effect. Yeah. Now that you say that, that's true. I love how the Marvel and DC kind of, they bounce off of each other. It's one of my favorite parts. She's like, what the heck? Who is this? What is this? Facial hair? His reaction, his look. Wow. You're a man. She was smitten immediately. She's like fascinated. The mascara. So the mascara is the actual name, but it's referred to as Paradise Island. Why? Island full of women, powerful, badass females. But unfortunately, when Steve Trevor landed on the mascara, he brought a war with him. Yeah, Neo 7's Dungeons and Dragons movie was a lot of fun. A lot of Easter eggs, right? I guess there was actually an Easter egg. A big thing that I heard was from the original like animated Dungeons and Dragons movie, or the original movie showed up in the new one. So I heard that was a big. TJ says, Chris Pine, he's okay. I just didn't really enjoy turning the Goddess of War to a Steve Trevor love puppy. Yeah. I mean, but Steve Trevor he's a big part. It's like, you got to have Lois Lane with Superman, so you got to have Steve Trevor. Steve Trevor is Wonder Woman's Lois Lane for sure. Oh, this part. Got that Zack Snyder slow-mo in there. A staple. We got the man integrity 101 in the building saying, I don't know if y'all heard, but ZSJL2, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, is inevitable. Shout out to integrity. Good to see you, fella. If you need a timestamp, getting the raid on the beach, we just a little past the 20-minute mark, coming up on 20 minutes, 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds. 20 minutes, 15 seconds now. Amazons are going ham. Thanks for being here, integrity. This part is one of the best. It's like the mascara scenes are like the best parts of the, like some of the best parts of the movie, right? Like they really gave us the great introduction, but we want more of that, right? They did it in Wonder Woman 2017 and also in Wonder Woman 84. They never go back. Zack Snyder was preparing us for Wonder Woman to go back. That's what we want to see, right? Come on, Diana. Hey, the queen herself, Hippolyta, came to slay. Hey. Antiope. Taking them all out. Look at her. Throwing fisticuffs. Shield. One of the best parts. Thanks for doing another watch party. We all appreciate it, I'm sure. For sure. This part is epic. Three of them all at once. How old is she here? Are you talking about? Oh no. Diabetes. So the Amazon's bullets are New to them. You must. God killer. Go. I remember when we watched this in my theater, everyone was pissed. Everyone was like, no. Just like the Amazon's reaction. And I think Milalipe, I think that's how you pronounce her name, the Amazon that ran. She's she was supposed to be part of Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, who helps Wonder Woman go back to the mascara. ZSJL, she's 5,000 or something. What's up, Sin Havoc? Yes, sir. Tina with the cello. So if you don't know, Tina Gao is the cello. I don't know how you say it. Celloist that does the theme. If you don't follow her, she's amazing. Just the work that she does with Hans Zimmer in this movie. Iconic. Actually, it was from BVS, but then brought her in for this. Lasso. Lasso of Hestia. AKA the Lasso of Truth. So Milalipe, I didn't realize she's the one who's controlling the lasso. So I wonder if she's like a pro on it. I am a... I'm a spy. Can't hold it in. What's up, Sin Havoc? Everyone in the chat. Yeah, Tina's a badass. So Wonder Woman's story, I always thought was during Steve Trevor came during World War II, because that's when DC Comics really exploded, was during the World War II era. If you know the comic book history, comics were basically became very popular during the World War II era for soldiers to read as entertainment, but also be inspired. So I think it was originally World War II. And so I was kind of thrown off when it was the Great World War I in this movie, but I think it just thematically makes more sense that this is when Wonder Woman would show up to man's world. Dr. Maru, aka Dr. Poison in the comics. Does it really burn? I don't know. I tell the truth, so it doesn't burn me. So I'm good. I'm sure Steve Trevor had a little bit of a run for his money. So yeah, Dr. Poison. Shout out to Danny Hudson, who plays Ludendorff. Love him. He's a great actor. So them two. Wow, you get to see Tina play live with Hans Zimmer. They played tracks from DCEU, Snyderverse, and Dune. What? Where was that, Sin Havoc? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I felt cheated. I went to, I didn't pay for it, but I did go to Disney D23 in 2019 because my ticket was bought for me by somebody. And Hans Zimmer was being inducted to the Hall of Fame. So I obviously went in so excited because thought I was going to see Hans Zimmer play live. He canceled. Bette Midler canceled, and I think who was it? I don't think it was Oprah, but there was somebody else big that canceled. I was like, damn. So that would be awesome. Says Josh, they can't use World War II for obvious reasons. Right. Yeah. The war to end all wars. The Great War. So at the time, this being the first World War, was the biggest conflict in the world. So it was the war. Josh Hudson's son and Angelica's half brother. Oh, John Hudson. Oh, really? No way. Are you serious? I didn't realize that. Damn. Thanks for Neo Sevens. No wonder he's a great actor. From a little dynasty. The world's gonna end. Beacon Theater and Hammerstein Ballroom in NYC. 2 great shows. That's awesome. I think I've been to the Beacon Theater, but I don't know about the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's awesome. Wow. Hans Zimmer is like definitely somebody I prefer. I'm going to give you all a disclaimer I gave during the Man of Steel watch party. My laptop's been on the few streams that I've been on with Skywalker the Jedi and the Bat channel recently. It'll sometimes like die for some reason. Well, no, won't die. It's plugged in, but it'll like log me out of StreamYard and like shut down, and I'll have to log back in. So if that happens, it might kill the stream. Hopefully it doesn't, but hang tight if it does, and I'll just try to recreate the stream and get y'all's timestamp. Yeah. Oh, I know who Angelica Hudson is. Neo Sevens, the original. So, Kimmy, if you're still in the chat, so my niece, Kimmy, loves Wednesday, the show on Netflix. And I was talking to her about the original, and I don't think she ever saw the original Addams Family. I liked Morticia in that show, but she was not Angelica, my Morticia. So Kimmy, have you seen have you only seen the Wednesday Netflix Morticia Addams Family? Because you need to see Angelica, because she's the real Morticia, in my opinion. This is a great scene. He was great in 30 Days of Night. Yeah, he was. So my mom, this is her favorite part. Steve Trevor getting out of the healing bath. Typical example of your sex. Above average. What's that? My theater was dying during the scene. Watch. So I was playing this over the weekend when my mom was staying with me. In this part, she started watching this part when Steve Trevor was naked. She's like, "Look, Josh, look." And I was like, yeah, "I know, Mom." Shout out to my mom who loves this movie. I took to see her, my aunt, and my niece who was in the chat earlier for my birthday. They loved it. You let this little watch tell you what to do. Sin Havoc saying, "Hey, Kimmy." Yeah, I agree, Sickness. OG Addams Family. I love Jenna Ortega. I did as Wednesday, but everyone else I was just kind of like, I'm gonna watch season 2. My niece loved it. If y'all see like me lagging or something, let me know. I'm getting a alert about it, the stream being a little laggy, so I think it's fixed now. Yeah, that's honestly, TJ, the same. I'm suspecting that same liquid that flows in the healing water is the same from Ray Shago. So that was something that I started thinking of. If anybody read the comic book, I think what is it called? I think it's just called Trinity. So it's basically a team up comic with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman going against Ra's al Ghul for Batman, Bizarro for Superman, and I think Cheetah for Wonder Woman. Maybe not Cheetah. Maybe it's somebody else. But anyways, in that comic, I think there was like a connection between the mascara and Ra's al Ghul somehow, the Lazarus Pit. And I remember, or maybe there's something in that comic made me think, oh, the reason why Wonder Woman stays so young is because the Lazarus Pit comes from the mascara. And Ra's al Ghul just taps into that in other sections of the world. So Steve Trevor inspiring Diana. We might have some guests show up later on. Not promising anything, but I'm just glad you guys are here engaging with Netflix. Get in. Zach's DC movies, the engagement they deserve. Trying to get these trending as top movies on Netflix. But hey, we're already making moves because Suicide Squad and Black Adam are trending in the top 10. So it's pretty epic. Artemis is in the movie. So yeah, so she is, from what I remember, she is the African-American big boxer lady, right? That's the Artemis. She's the one that was on the stoop, like knocking everybody off the stoop. Artemis is in the comic. That's right. That's what you were saying. Yeah. Artemis, that's in the Trinity comic. It was, I love this part. She falls and she's like, uh-oh. Don't die, stream. Don't die, stream. Don't die. Okay, cool. It froze up. I thought I was going to die. We're good. Let me try to get off of Wi-Fi. Maybe that's what's causing it. All right, so Artemis was in comic book. So it was Wonder Woman versus Artemis, Superman versus Bizarro, and Ra's al Ghul versus Batman. And Artemis is in the movie. Thank you, Sin Havoc. Shout out to you. There it is. The suit. The lasso. She doesn't have this yet, actually. She's got the sword, the shield, got the God Killer. Yes, Sin Havoc. Sin Havoc. You know your comic book lore. Artemis was. She was the African-American woman. I think she's a boxer in real life. I love the design of that sword, the God Killer. So cool. I actually have a little Wonder Woman shelf. I'm looking at it right now. I have a Batman. It's Batman, Wonder Woman, Joker, and Harley Quinn. I have like dedicated little shelves. And I'm looking at her holding the God Killer. Look at those boots, man. Hope they're comfortable. Thank you. You will take me to Paris. Fun fact, you're going by the DC official calendar. Wonder Woman, anybody born in March, Wonder Woman is Aries zodiac sign, which is what my mom is. So there might be a reason why in those storyboards, Diana, hint, hint, becomes God of, yeah. So yeah, I wanted to see more of the old gods. I was kind of hinting at that Sin Havoc, I'm sorry, earlier, because I was like, Diana was told in one story about her origin. That was a lie. Who knows? Did Ares really kill all the gods? Who knows? I love this scene. I have to go. Yeah, that's Wonder Woman. Fight for those who can't fight for themselves. She has a call to action. Classic hero's journey. Joseph Campbell. The greatest war. Make sure you are worthy. They do not deserve you. It's like, I'm all right. Got the tiara. Today. That line, man, just hits you right in the feels, right? So it's sad, but it has to happen. Like, this is fundamentally part of Diana's story. Lelipe should have told her. See, Hippolyta be lying, like y'all said earlier. Her name, Minna Lippi. Minna Lippi. She's a lieutenant. God of War. Who here in the chat knows, like, I know the good Austin, like, studied Greek mythology. Was anybody, like, when you saw this movie, did you know about Greek mythology or did you learn anything? I actually in sixth grade got a world history teacher who really focused on it, and I was so into it. And of course, Justice League the animated series was on. Wonder Woman was in that. Hades showed up. Ares showed up in that show. So I was like doing projects and like incorporating Justice League animated series designs. I had to do one on Hades, and I used the Justice League. I did it myself. I drew it, but I did it based on the Ares that you see in Paradise Lost episode of Wonder Woman from Justice League animated series. Loved mythology. Zach was hinting old versus new gods in Wonder Woman. Yep. It's in Havoc. You know about the pantheon of gods? Yeah. It's pretty much, you kind of should, if you're a DC fan, in my opinion, you should know about the Greek mythology because they are modeled after the pantheon of Greek mythology. Marriage? This is like a great courting scene. I love his explanation. Do they love each other to death? I'll sleep with you. I'll come sleep with you. Would y'all do if that situation happened? All right, fine, Diana, I'll come. I love this scene. She's just like twiddling her thumbs. Spy. Bigger. Sculpted from clay. And the gods magically gave her life. It's her origin. Biology. I know all about that. The pleasures. Bodily pleasure. Unnecessary. He's like, no, my chance. So apparently, I don't know. I mentioned this. I saw on Twitter somebody say that Zack Snyder wrote that part. So if that's true, shout out to Mr. Zack Snyder. Hey, we got the good Austin stopping through. We got to get more stuff on your walls, my G. Looks like you got some awesome stuff too. Any Wonder Woman merch collectibles are your favorite? Yeah, actually, let me see. I got a lot of crap on my floor. I'm gonna try to turn this without showing you. So I have a shelf dedicated to Wonder Woman, so you can see her. It's an 84 in the background. I have Batman, I have Joker, and I have Harley Quinn. So the statue, if you can see it, her holding the God Killer, is from Wonder Woman 84. Came with the Blu-ray. It was like an Amazon bundle gift. So yes, like what you see, what you're seeing. So over there, I have a X-Men display. Let's see. Yeah, because Phoenix, Phoenix is my favorite character in Marvel. And then the other one, so this one is all the Justice League. You can kind of see Atom Smasher. So I got Black Adam and everything. Yeah. And then all my crap. I got Pokemon, my Zack Snyder Justice League exclusives up there. All that crap behind. That's my... I have people stay on my couch every once in a while, so that's ready for them, pillows and stuff. And then all my junk. My apartment's really junky, actually. Shout out to the good Austin. Coming through. Dr. Maru. Giving Ludendorff that crack. Yeah, my DC stuff is everywhere. Like, if you're watching Austin, I'm going to try to show this to you. Let's see. Can I? No, I'm not going to be able to. I'll just bring it. I'll bring it over. I'll be back. I'll bring it over because this will mess up the camera. Yeah, I got a lot of junk. I actually, Austin, I have all the Flash merch. Literally all the Flash movie merch that I still got to unbox. I don't even collect these. I don't, but I did for this. So I got Flash, Michael Keaton, Batfleck, the exclusive, Batfleck himself, I also have Sasha Kaye. I still need the Wonder Woman, Iris West. I have Supergirl. I need Dark Flash. I'm trying to get the whole set. I have different like shelves that are dedicated to like different franchises. Like I have an X-Men one. Yeah. Need some lighting for it. Yeah. Yeah, I got all the Flash. I don't know if do you have this, Austin? This bad boy. This is the McFarlane Flash movie statue. So I basically what I got to do is I got to get rid of crap in order to unbox. I'm so behind on like unboxing stuff and yeah. I'll get there. It'll all be displayed, but I got it. It's here. The Flash merchants. What do these women wear into battle? A baby. No babies. Not made out of clay. That's a YouTube video right there. Show off the merch. I know. Actually, Austin, we talked in the past about after I did shout out to the late great Mikey Sutton. I talked about interviewing you, and I'd love to schedule that. I know we're coming up on a busy month with Rebel Moon and stuff, but I'd love to set aside a time to actually just devote to you, your journey, your life, your passions. Because we talked about that, doing that on my channel. I did one for Sky, did one for Mikey, and then obviously what happened. But yeah, we talked about it. So if you're interested, I'd love to still do that with you. I have the Flash movie official one, not the McFarlane in that running post. Yeah. I got all the McFarlanes. I have a display of the Flash movie actually with ZSJO. I don't know if I'll be able to show it. Yeah, if I can try to turn it around. No, I don't think you'll be able to see it. Trust me, I have it. I'll show it to you eventually. And OG Flash, yeah. You got all the merch. You're the Flash of the Cell movement. You better have all the Flash merch. I've seen your walls, your comics. I love Etta Candy. So Lucy Davis is a great actress. I know the late great Mikey Sutton was actually a fan of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which is a reboot of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and that actually is the same universe as Riverdale, and I loved that movie. Etta Candy's character Lucy Davis played one of Sabrina Spellman's aunts, and one of the reasons I love that show is because Etta Candy was in this movie. Loved Etta Candy, so when I saw her in that show, I was like, hey, it's Etta. Yeah, shout out to the females who go through all this dresses and fashion, and she found her perfect look. So I think this is a homage to Linda Carter, just like what happened in WW 84. Here's our little Richard Donner Superman callback. Because it's actually a Linda Carter callback, more or less, because Linda Carter was doing the Superman thing. So my favorite Flash thing I have is a holographic picture with him running in the Speed Force as you walk around the room and PP zoom in. That sounds awesome. I'll have to show that. If we set up an interview with you, you got to show off all your stuff. We're gonna play. Show you mine. I'll show you yours. You show me yours. I'll show you mine. Yeah, I got crap. I have so much crap that when my mom visits me, she's trying to help me, and she's like, "Where do we start?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then we end up just like watching Wonder Woman or something. The God Killer. You will protect this with your life. Sword and shield. Hey, well, you know what? I might have more stuff than you, but at least you show yours off. Like you said, like my walls are pretty. Like I even have. Oh yeah, let me show this. My friend, one of my Comic-Con besties, she got me this. It actually got a little bent on the. She got me this at Comic-Con this year. So it's a holographic 3D-esque Zack Snyder's Justice League. So this was the first official photo, which was revealed in Hall H, Comic-Con 2016. So Zack stopped in, he stopped filming, and he literally brought out the entire cast: Ben Affleck, Gal, Ben, Gal, Ray, Ezra, Jason, and then they were like, oh, there's somebody missing. And sure enough, Henry Cavill was there. They didn't really stay because they literally were filming. So he literally just brought out the cast, debuted this picture, and then they all went back. None of the cast said anything except Zach. But my first Comic-Con was in 2016, and it was right after BVS came out, and I got to see the Justice League lined up in front of me. After that, I was like, I'm going every freaking year. And now I got the big homie, Sil Abdul, coming to Comic-Con 2024 with my crew. We're going to get him into Hall H. He's going to be reporting on the ground floor, giving you all the latest information. It's going to be a great time. So Comic-Con is definitely one of the reasons why I have a lot of crap. Yeah, he said it sold a lot when I moved to Florida a few years ago. I love this scene. Got to bust that lasso out. Get the pill. Yeah, you like that? You like that, Austin? Yeah. DC Talk. All right. Thanks for coming through. See y'all later. Gonna get ready to work. Gonna leave Wonder Woman. That's my man right there. Thank you, DC Talk 82. That's what we need. Even if you're not. Like when I work from home, guys, I play these movies. When my mom was hanging out, we were just talking and stuff. I had Wonder Woman playing. And then she saw this part where Steve Trevor was naked. And she's like, oh, look, Josh, turn it up, turn it up. And that's the part she wanted to see when Steve Trevor was naked. So, yeah, keep it going. Keep the engagement going. If you love these movies, I literally was working and just had BVS on so I could listen to the soundtrack and the dialogue. So do that. Yes, Comic-Con was a moment. Seeing Zach there, well, that was the last time in 2016. So that's why I had to go to Full Circle, because in my mind, I was like, I barely saw Zach at Comic-Con. He didn't come in 2017, obviously. Didn't come in 2018. Didn't come in 2019. So I was like, you know what? Full Circle is going to be Zack Snyder Con. And it was. Yes, so glad you joined us from the Lurkers. Yeah, I mean, I was watching, like I said, my story, I don't know if you watched the Wonder Woman 84 Watchalong, but I went through a breakup, 8-year breakup. Wonder Woman 84 came out right after that breakup. Hit me in the feels when Diana's looking across from her with the plate, empty plate. Everybody's coupled around her. She's feeling like lonely. I think I had already met you, like I had already been watching Sil Abdul around that time, but then I really, had a lot of more being single and during the pandemic in 2020, had a lot more free time. So I really started to just like listen all the time. I would play a lot in replay crew. I would never watch live, but I think after Wonder Woman 84 is when I started watching live. I engaged a few times here and there with Sil, but that's how I found all you guys, through Sil and Mikey. Diana, Prince of the Mask. Diana Prince. So does anybody know who gave Wonder Woman the alias of Diana Prince in the comics? Put it in the chat if you know. Which character helped give Wonder Woman the alias of Diana? Dr. Poison herself. I didn't really know a lot about Dr. Poison, honestly. Because Wonder Woman's Rogues Gallery is kind of like, there's Cheetah, Silver Swans, Silver Banshee, Giganta, Artemis. But Dr. Poison was a deep cut from the original Wonder Woman comics. So shout out to Zach and Patty for, I'm sure it was Zach more than Patty, but for going with the South Cali guy. Josh, how do you think Patty Jenkins handled Diana learning that she's the God Killer? I liked it. I liked it. The way it plays out. I thought it was really well done. The revelation. I didn't see it coming. I thought they were like just going to be like, oh yeah, just go with it. Like she's made of clay. I thought they were going to go with the comic book origin. So I was like, I love how she can read. So Sin Havoc says Steve Trevor gave her that name. That may be true. From what I understand, I might be wrong. You might be. You're pretty knowledgeable in Havoc, so you might know. I'm referring to the Infinite Crisis OMAC project after Diana snapped Maxwell Lord's neck. I thought it was Batman who helped her with that alias because she had to go undercover because when she was filmed by Brother Eye snapping Maxwell Lord's neck, she obviously was public enemy number one from the public. They saw her kill somebody who was tied up in the lasso of truth. So from what I understand, it was Batman, but there's been many reboots. You know, New 52 happened, Rebirth happened. They're doing the Dawn of DC. I've actually found once, you know who co-head of DC Studios took over. In my opinion, the comics were going into crazy directions. So I still get comics like the Godzilla versus Kong versus Justice League comic, but I don't get them like I used to. This is so Diana. Generals don't hide like cowards. You should be ashamed. That's my Wonder Woman right there. A true Aries. Fired up. This is Aries. You're alive? We are probably gonna die. We're gonna need reinforcements. So I don't know. I don't think any of these characters are from the comics, but amazing characters, right? What did y'all think about all Diana's team members? Like Sammy. Actually, I don't know if it's true, but Sammy might have connections to a DC character, possibly. Or maybe it was theorized. Sammy. Yeah, Good Austin says low key my favorite squad in DC. True. And your eyes look like they want something. But can you recite Socrates in ancient Greek? Charlie. Charlie, baby. Et voila. So I'm looking at Wikipedia. So Samir is secret agent. Charlie's sharpshooter. Doesn't say comic book origins. That's Charlie. Josh, was Dr. Poison supposed to be in jail too, or another project before the so-called reboot? I don't know if y'all know this. I live in Texas. As you know, when Snyder Cut came out, there was a museum at AT&T headquarters in Dallas, Texas, that displayed the original storyboards for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3. My mother was living with me during the pandemic in March 2021. Therefore, she was staying with me. I won a contest actually through Warner Brothers. You were supposed to basically, I forget what it was called, Justice League True Heroes, I think. You were supposed to make a dedication to somebody in your life that represented Justice League members. And so I used my family members, my mom, my aunt, my grandfather. And I was selected as one of the winners, which came with early access to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League before it was released on HBO Max. I believe it's on my Twitter pinned March 14th. So I think it came out. When did it come out? The 16th, I think. So like 2 days early. It was like 2 days early. But I got a screener from WB, and it was like watermarked with my name and everything. But I got to watch it early. And so after we watched it, I told my mom about the display boards, and we went. And yes, I can confirm Dr. Poison, Dr. Maru would be in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 with the Legion of Doom. I saw it with my own eyes. That World War I team was like Captain Planet coming together. So diverse, quirky, ragtag, but also got a god on their side. Gaia! Hey, Captain Planet, he's a hero. Uh-oh, don't want to get the stream taken down, right? Yeah. Captain Planet was amazing. Earth. What? I forget the order, actually. But I used to watch that show, Austin. That was a great show. Go Planet. Chief is actually a demigod. Really? He's coming later on. Sir Patrick. Yeah, good Austin. So it came out, that's right, 3/18. So I got to see it 4 days early. And I watched it. So I told my mom, like she watched all 4 hours with me. We took a break after parts 4 and 5, I think. Yeah, we took a little break. And I told her, I was like, Mom, it's 4 hours. She's like, what else are we going to do? There's lockdown happening, all this stuff. So we watched it. And then I told her that night, I was like, I only had access to it for like a short amount of time, I think. I think it was only supposed to be for 24 hours, but they like didn't turn it off after 24 hours. So I watched it again on March 14th. I know that because that's I have a little sister, and that was her birthday. So we watched it on my little sister's birthday. I watched it twice. And then I think that next day, I realized that I still had access to it, and I watched it a third time. And then, of course, when HBO Max dropped it, I dropped it again. I watched it again. So, yeah. All these studios doing reboots, and nobody want to make a Captain. For real! Captain Planet live action. True, right? And, hey, we need, Hollyweird is all about pushing agendas right now, but hey, our world's on fire, guys. Like literally, we need to save our planet now more than ever. Captain Planet's needed. So yeah, Austin, you got a point. Chief, a liar, a murderer, no smoking. Liar, murderer, smuggler. You still coming? Hey, he's telling the truth. Oh, yeah. Captain Planet, mother. Shout out to Don Cheadle. I honestly think I think his Captain Planet might be a little bit more iconic than his War Machine, in my opinion. I loved that little skit. Funny or Die, right? It was a Funny or Die little skit. So, is anybody in the chat, have y'all seen the movie 1917? Because I highly recommend that you see if you enjoy this movie, which takes place, I'm pretty sure, 1918, watch 1917. So I watched it in theaters. Luckily, it won the Academy Award. It's pretty much like a prequel to this movie, but the actual what happened within No Man's Land and all that. So good. So good. I think I own it actually in 4K. Definitely check out 1917. This is why I love DC, though. Marvel, in my opinion, wouldn't say that. Yeah. Yeah, DC's just I was thinking about this because we've been having people argue like DC doesn't have to be dark. It's not that it's dark. DC has just literally been more iconic and around for longer. There's been goofy DC in the past. That happened originally as distractions. Kiddie books, kiddie magazines is what my great grandparents used to. Funny books. They were called funny books because a lot of times they were actually used for like pornography too. The bad comics, right? But it evolved into something. Hey, we got a special guest in the building. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the one, the only, the creator of hashtag sell ZSJO to Netflix, Skywalker the Jedi. What's up, homie?
Yo. What's going on? What's going on, bro? Hold up. Oh, snap. What did I do? What is the time stamp?
A little past the hour mark, coming up on 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 30 seconds. It's about to be, all right, 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 40 seconds, coming up on 45. I know I'll tell you when it's about to be 1 hour and 10 minutes, because I know you got a buffer and all that.
Yeah.
All right, 1 hour, 9 minutes, 55 seconds, 56, 57, 58, 1 hour, 10 minutes.
Okay. I got them around the campfire. They about to make the toast.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Where did it go? Yes. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, homie. Inspired. Feeling inspired by you, sir.
Hey.
Watchalongs.
Hey, I appreciate you having me on, you know what I'm saying? And for doing these watch-alongs, right? Got the homie Sin Havoc in the building. What's going on, Sin Havoc?
Said incognito.
Right.
The leader of hashtag sell, the official watch-along, is conducted by that fella right there.
Hey, we got that BVS going tomorrow. Just letting y'all know. I'm gonna be watching that. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun.
What time is that? Oh, what time is that going on?
3 p.m. Pacific.
All right, 3 p.m. Pacific.
6 Eastern, 5 Central.
Yes, I told everybody about that before, that the whole reason I gave a little disclaimer about why we're doing this, and I gave away that I missed your Man of Steel and Wonder Woman one, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tee up for BVS because that's one of my favorites.
Right. Oh yeah.
How are you feeling after watching this is the second time you're watching through. How did you feel after rewatching it during your watch along?
Man, honestly, yo, watching 84 was so jarring, man. like I'm not gonna lie. Watching 84 was so jarring. I think that, this is a superior film in every facet. And I'm glad to be here watching this one, yo. Honestly, because
You got to
I
wipe
had
the taste.
I was about to say that, man. I gotta get that taste out of my mouth, bro. I'm trying to pull this up here. All right. All right. And much love to the chat, everybody that's in the chat. And you guys are amazing. All right.
Got Neo 7 saying, "What's up, Skywalker?" Coming up on the best movie. You came at just the right time.
Right? Sky infiltrated charity events. And now we're infiltrating the Matrix itself, right? Out here making stuff happen.
I think it was TJ saying we're getting more DC movies apparently on January 1st. Apparently, did you hear about that?
No, I did not, man. Yo, I've been out the loop kind of today. I got some great news earlier, and I kind of had to take a second and recenter myself.
Understandable. But I think he said Aquaman's coming. Joker. Hey, we got another guest showing up.
I love this movie.
The homie. Good
Austin. Yo.
I love this scene. What's going on, Austin?
Chilling, man. I think I'm a little bit behind you guys. Can you give me a timestamp real quick?
We're literally coming up on the scene. 1 hour.
The scene, bro. Is she letting the pin out her hair, bro?
Oh, no way.
God.
1 hour 14 20. 1 hour 14 25.
But it's what I'm gonna do.
1:14:10. I got yeah. Shield, ladder, legs.
Yeah, I'm like a little bit behind too, but she's walking up the stairs.
All right.
I'm at
you just screamed Diana?
14. Yep, Diana.
Okay,
Diana.
Boom. I'm linked up with Sky.
Hey, that's my Barry Allen right there. He's catching up.
I came in at the perfect time. Let's go. This is the best scene. I think honestly, this is one of the best scenes, top 3 in the DCEU. Like this moment was really huge.
All right, I hope we don't lose. My computer's freezing up. I hope we don't.
I thought he was gonna say, "What the fuck?"
Right.
If I lose y'all just hang out. My laptop's kind of freezing up. So.
Oh, sorry.
I
added slides so I could show some things that I found in the Speed Force because you wanted me to show those. So I added slides on Decky.
No, you're good. You're good.
Josh will be back. He's in the Speed Force. Ding. Oh, wow, dude. Imagine. As she gets down. Yo, Sky, you know how the other night we were talking about Medal of Honor? When I saw this scene, I was like, bro, if I just had a Wonder Woman shield in all those games against my brother, I would have just effed him up.
See? This is such a great scene.
This is hilarious too because it's like she's tanking, right? She's getting all the aggro so her boys could flank, like playing video game strats, dude, against the horde. Now you draw them out, shoot them down. Oh.
The cool takeover.
We held it down. We held it down. We've done this a couple of times now, so we're pretty good at commentating on these movies.
Yeah. This is y'all's second time now.
Yes, sir. Except I came in late in the last one too. But I always start it around when the watch along should start. That's when I come in. That's the best scene. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, I guess.
This part is so dope too.
Yep. It's where we first hear it. Right?
Yep.
The music.
You kind of hear like, yeah.
I gotta turn my shit up. Okay, yeah, I turned it down. That's how you know you've been doing a lot of watch-alongs. At the end of the movies, when the music turns up and we start talking, I always turn the music down. I forgot to turn it back up.
I love the little injustice move that they put with their little slide across the.
Yep, right here.
Yeah.
Clank. Hook out the calf real quick. Imagine kicking a guy's leg so hard you knock him out.
Ooh.
I think she just sliced a bullet when she freaking did that. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like Zach was movies was inspiring Mortal Kombat developers to like put
do different shit. Yeah. What
like
the frick?
Unlockable moves from Zach movies is what they inspired.
Well, I think like that's the thing about I try to think of like how they even create something like that. Because at being a creator myself, and I think what a throw, sticky grenades. I think like Zach as a creator literally goes to the stunt team who coordinates all this stuff. Like, hey, we're gonna have Wonder Woman jump into a room filled with 7 or 9 different army guys. How is she gonna take them out in 30 seconds or less?
Mm-hmm.
And they figure out a way to do that. And maybe he has some specifics, like I want one sliding shot here, I want one of these shots. Besides that, you figure it out and fill in the gaps. And I feel like that's why we get such good scenes, because you allow the people who do the stuff to create the work that you see.
Yeah. Zach trusts his team.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're being potentially honored for Academy Award. Shout out.
Yes, sir. Shout out Rebel Moon.
I knew it. I knew there was going to be something.
There's always a sniper in the church, dude.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because it's always the high point in the city.
Point, yep. Back then, actually, I think it was before the 1920s, especially in Europe, but more so in the United States, it was against the law to build a big building higher than a church, because it had to be the highest point in the city so people could go to it and find it easily.
Damn. That makes sense, though.
They used to be amazing. I know that because I live in New York. I used to live in New York, I should say, in upstate New York. And a lot of the old buildings aren't that tall. You go upstate.
Mm.
I mean, what about the separation between church and state?
I know, right? Well, hey, man, people who ran the government were highly Christian.
Yep, we know that's.
I know, but also I will say though that when as for the sake of argument, they did do a lot for the community and still do.
True. Gotta have hope.
Yeah, whatever your opinion is on anything, all of those organizations, they usually do good by the people who go to them seeking help and shelter.
Yeah, there is a need for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first time she's getting praised, dude. Hell yeah. She's like, I don't know what you're saying, but okay. Yeah, you're right. Does she?
Yeah, because she speaks all the languages, bro.
Oh, she had to study. Yeah. That's right. I forget. Yeah. Her mom made her study.
Did y'all spot Zach? Where's Zach?
What?
Hey.
No, I missed him.
With the hat on, right?
Yep.
Damn, I missed him.
You'll go back in time, Austin. You'll find
Yeah, I'll watch it again anyways. I'll know it's here. I always wondered where he was. I thought he was a soldier.
Yeah, he's got the little.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's got a helmet on. I'm an actor.
But this line hits though. So the person who took the photograph, was that someone related to Luthor or no? It was just somehow he got the photo.
No, I took it as somehow he just ended up coming in the,
Just
or
like-
he ended up
Yeah,
acquiring it. You know what I'm saying?
just like he got the kryptonite. Like he just he's a mass acquirer of information. So he found out about it first through black market needs, and means. He's got those
12th
connections.
level intellect. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, because I know Luthor talks about his father growing up under a tyrant in Germany. I think is what he says somewhere
Mm-hmm.
in BVS. I have to pay attention to that dialogue tomorrow during Sky's watch along.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching that theatrical for the first time in a while too.
Facts.
Right?
Same here, because I always do Ultimate, so it'll be nice to change of pace.
Right.
So Luthor had the photo from research and his father. Okay. So both of them.
Ludendorff.
It's not true, man.
I like this part. How likely is he to respect my wishes? He's like,
So I don't. None of these guys, the Team Wonder Woman are from the comics, from what I understand. I think they're all just homages to people from history, but not really specifically from the comics.
Yeah. Which is just fine. I mean,
yeah, like you
they
said,
don't have to be
best squads though.
Right, fact.
The
One of
way
my favorites. Like when I was watching this movie, I was like, oh man, it sucks that like we're probably not going to see them again because they do make such an impression on you. But that's just the effect that good writing and thoughtful storytelling has.
Mm-hmm. As we know, right, Sky, after watching your last watch along.
And the crazy thing is, man, it sucks. You think about what could have been, but when I was watching this movie and thinking about sequels and things of that nature afterwards, I was like, wow, they really can just do timepieces with Wonder Woman, like if they want to, because she can just like do all sorts of things. What was she doing? And I was wondering, like, where was she during World War II then? After this, like, she didn't just like chill out, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was she doing with all that? I would love to see her like going around to the internment camps and like freeing, Jewish imprisoners and stuff like that. Like, it would be cool. Or see her on the front lines during D-Day. Some of the soldiers don't realize she's actually taken out some of the bunkers and stuff that were there. I don't know. That's what I thought about because I'm a big history buff. So like seeing this movie, I said it last time we watched it. Like I love how they portrayed old 1900s England when they're first zooming in on it. All you see is all the smoke and the smokestacks. Like, this is the first time that someone's actually portrayed that era of it, the industrial era, where you see everywhere we're roasting coal all the time. There was just soot everywhere. When you read old books that have stories about that, they talk about black on the trees. That wasn't part of the bark. It was just because there was so much soot in the air. And a small detail in this film, I was like, oh, they were accurate with it. Like, it looks like that. It looks like that. But also when that was the very distinguishing point of wartime as well. is that when the towns and the cities weren't roasting the coal and you didn't see all the smoke going, you knew that, you know, something was going on and people weren't working and the industry was down. So I thought that the way that they portrayed it was very cool as a historian, as I am. I still love it because no other movie's really done that. You can CGI in whatever you want, but no one CGIs in all that smoke that you see.
Yeah, no, that's the type of meticulousness that Zack Snyder brings, you know.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, people fail to realize sometimes that it says like story by Zack Snyder and somebody else, I believe. But like just seeing that there, you're like, oh, it makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So my Netflix isn't fuzzy. Is y'all's fuzzy? Someone was asking in the chat.
Mine is fuzzy. You're probably just buffering whoever said that.
So Will G, we are doing Netflix engagement, watching Wonder Woman.
Actually, yeah, we're gonna bump that time back. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking out loud.
I was like, oh, okay. We're coming up on 1 hour, like 28 minutes.
Yes.
What's up to Bad Dan Thoughts?
We are engaging with Netflix, watching things on Netflix in the name of hashtag sales ZSJL to Netflix, hashtag sales Snyderverse to Netflix. That's what the Netflix engagement is.
There's a description in the chat. We got the handles. I don't know how to put y'all's handles on your picture for some reason. I don't know if I'm not doing it right on StreamYard, but I have them on the ticker on the bottom. So these are the creators of the hashtag sell movement. This gentleman to my side is the official creator, but the homie, Good Austin, is a disciple of the Cool Table and does so much work to help with this movement. And he had some fire stuff drop yesterday that we might get to. If you need to get to it sooner while we're watching, Austin, let me know. I know time is money, so with the flash always. But I have some visual aids myself to help out. Okay, Will G said it fixed out for him. So yeah, we're just watching all the DC movies that are on Netflix right now.
I forgot I was muted. Yeah, you can pull it up on stage right now, my friend.
Sweet.
Just saw Diana and Steve Trevor get it on. That's you can go to the next one. This is just in there. Oh wait, it's me. I got it. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect.
Cool.
Wait, this is slide two. Okay, boom.
Let me move this out of the way. There you go. Oh, there it is. Okay, no wonder. Names are there now.
Got it. Yeah, when you have the banners up, that's what happens. It takes it away.
I'm a little rusty.
So hold on, I gotta actually lower my Charlie. The way she says it, now I see why you say it. Charlie, you bet me, Charlie.
Charlie, big finger.
The way that she says it, I feel it now. So anyone who's watching this right now and maybe watch this later, Will G, if you're new here, the logo for Cell, I was talking about it last night and explaining. We got this logo. It was kind of like a collaboration, unintentional collaboration. I was actually making a logo and made a logo for Cell's GSGL to Netflix before the first trending day that we had, which was earlier this year, 2/14. We did a trending day, for 2/14. That's the old number, and I believe we did another trending day before then. And on that day, Zach's Green Lantern, Zack Snyder's Green Lantern, Wayne T. Carr, tweeted the hashtags, followed the ROEs that we have, and also tweeted out a logo with it. Now, yes, Wayne T. Carr, our Green Lantern, the Green Lantern that we haven't been able to see and got taken away from Zach and taken away from us. We got a logo from him. The original logo was silver, and it had just the Justice League that you see in the middle here, that shield. It just had that in the middle with the ring around it. And we saw that as a sign. Yes, That's what it was, with just the Justice League in the middle that Josh is holding up there. Now, I was making the Cell logo, like I said. I made this shield, and I was like, oh, this is a layup to a dunk. And I put it together, and I showed the boys, and they're like, yep, that's it. That's the Cell logo. So that was born through a collaboration with Wayne T. Carr, kind of, whether he meant to do it or not. And then we had our first round of T-shirts with AFSP that we had to, I had the pleasure of making. And the whole concept of that shirt, though, was to get the quote that Zack Snyder had in the back of his shirt. The, if I advance, follow me. If I retreat, kill me, I think it says. And then if I die, avenge me.
Avenge me, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that infamous picture that we saw, that quote that he had, I designed it the same exact way it was and put it on our T-shirts. In the front, I never knew what the front was of him that he had, but I made it like business classy, kind of like a business would have their logo on the front of a T-shirt. And it was small over your chest, over your heart on the left side. And we had to get that the design approved, though. We had to send it to AFSP. We were kind of talking to them before we were able to have it go live, because they can't just, put anything out there. So
the homie Necron sent that to Ink to the People in February. In February, we confirmed that yesterday.
It was literally after the trending event, which was 214, and when Necron did that, it was the 27th, I believe, because we're trying to get it out before, what was it, Zach's birthday, March 2nd?
For 318, I believe, was when the
318.
shirts went was when the shirts went live, if I'm not mistaken.
So I feel like it was somebody's birthday too, for some reason, that we're trying to get it out on. But regardless,
maybe
Necron sent it to AFSP and had a little back and forth, and was like, okay, like, cool. The person from AFSP, the representative, said, I'm not sure about the logo, though, because it says Netflix in it, and it has Netflix. Like, we don't do, as the charity, we can't have any big corporations. So we might have to get that taken out, but let me send it to Zach and see what they say. Let me send it to Zach's people and see what they say. And Necron told me that. And when he said that, I was like, oh, dang. Like, selfishly, I said and admitted, he's going to see it. Like, Zack Snyder's going to see this logo. That's sick. But I was also at work, so I was like, damn. I was going on my break when I was looking at my phone. I was like, I'm going to have to do this in my car real quick and, like, change it up. Luckily, I was able to make it look nice and redesign the logo, which they approved. I took the Netflix out. It ended up being just the Cell. But Zach saw the original logo. That's what's important, which is right there. You see on the back of the shirt right there. But it was this that you see on screen. And that was for our March run of the shirts, the limited edition shirts, before Full Circle was even announced. This all took place. Then Full Circle gets announced, and with the Full Circle being announced, we get this little like peep at a drawing that Zach's showing us, and then it ends up being a shirt that's going to be for AFSP. And the AFSP shirt had this very mysterious, weird logo on the back of it. This one.
I got a visual aid. You're talking about this Jim Lee
that shirt.
Yeah.
Everyone was trying to put this logo and match it up with what's on the front of the shirt, which, yes, it lined up with the heroes, but it still didn't make much sense with the Alpha, Omega, the time is now, and the stone at the bottom. Like that, you couldn't really make sense of that with the front of the shirt. Thanks for that, by the way. Yeah, so that's the Full Circle shirt. That's the official shirt. You can get that online at the time, and you can get that at the event.
I got that shirt too.
To support AFSP.
Nobody, like you said, nobody was really talking about this.
No. And then last night before the stream, I was making the thumbnail, and I had these two logos next to each other, the same size, and I was like, wait a second. Why does that feel like? And I was like, oh man. And like you guys, I'm affectionately called this the Cell Movement's Flash, which I love, obviously being a Flash fan. And
Yes, sir.
in the Speed Force, I'm lucky where enough where I can see things, and you can see the past, you can see the future. But as our Flash says, like it's all right now.
Hey, the time is now.
And they line up perfectly. Like the key was always right in front of our faces.
You're right.
All of the edges together make the box, the mother box. And with this key, the time is now, the Alpha Omega, it all makes sense. Zach made this to show us that Cell is the way. We are the Alpha Omega, the tip of the spear. The time is now to follow behind us. And the stone quarry is also behind us, but the stone, the foundation of this movie is Netflix. And if you look perfectly where the time is now, where it's cut out, it's actually at the very tip of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like that logo encompasses Zack, like right there. Zack to Netflix. And you can see 2 is open too. You can see how clearly that is.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. And I kept coming around like, does this make sense on the outside too, or fight? Yes, Superman and Batman, they fought. Wonder Woman took a stand. Cyborg had to win to get us the mother boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Green Lantern's gonna has helped with the creation of his logo, with tweeting out the hashtag. He's helped us heal, but also Martian Manhunter in the movie has to heal from losing all of his family. As we know, he's the last Martian, and then all the scars he has from humanity. Arthur, Aquaman, needed love after not being loved by his mother and growing up with his father. And Barry had to discover, obviously, that you can't change the past. You have to accept what you can't change. Yeah, man. And this gave me a make your own future, right? And I was like, so did I discover this? Like, oh my God. And I feel like, discover meant more. This all means more also for the actors. Like, we need to still love Jason. Harry and Wayne T have helped us heal. Ray definitely won because all the executives got fired. Gal Gadot made a stand against the old executives, and she's standing with us. And we need to fight for Henry and Ben, just like they fought against the executives and fought against the BS that they had to deal with. And the tip of the spear is the Alpha Omega, which is us, which also, like I said last night, it often cuts like a knife, which people we're abrasive, like a tip of a spear would be. But the time is now to follow us. And yeah, that was the revelation that I had, bro. I tried to share it with everybody. Everyone seemed to have the same kind of like, oh man, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So
And it's interesting that you used green in that. And what happened today, sir, when you shared this on X?
And I don't have that screenshot. Right. I shared this and I said, you know what? Thanks, Wayne T. Carr, for your help in creating our logo. Even if you didn't mean to, we appreciate it. And thanks for all that you've done for us along the way. And he gave me £1. He responded to me. It's like, boom,
that
no
right
doubt.
There, that Green Lantern right there.
Our Green Lantern. Yeah.
He pretty much gave double. Yes, sir. You got it.
No doubt. Bump. So that's all the clarification that I need, that I figured it out. And he's been with us, and we have been right all along. We've been doing the right thing. We haven't been backing down from all of the nonsense that's been going on. We haven't strayed. We haven't tried to mince our words in anything either, which I love. And I think that's what we have always needed to do. We've always needed to be ourselves, even if it's abrasive. Where the Alpha Omega is abrasive. It's going to be. You know, no one's. It's hard to follow the tip of the spear, but once you do, everything else makes sense.
It all falls into place, right?
It all makes sense, man. So yeah, you know how Zack Snyder is. So I was shaking. I was shaking last night. With this, I was like, man, Discover means so much more to me because being the Flash of the movement, like that's the biggest word. He could have used so many other things to describe Barry Allen in his universe. Like the other ones are very, to the point. They make a lot of sense, for the basic of the character. But Barry Discover, like what? Like that could mean so many things for his character. But I also think he was saying that for me, like. I discovered it. I needed to discover it. I didn't realize it then, but I do now. So thanks, Zach.
That is amazing, sir. Watching your stream, your freezing cold takes yesterday on your YouTube channel. Whoo! It was late for me. Like I was like, oh, I gotta go to bed, but I was so hyped. I was like, there's something coming. So I was watching it. And then, like I told you, when you unveiled it and you could see in Sky's eyes him putting it together, I was like, I went and got my shirt and I was like, oh, because I have them laid out, but of course they're on the Jim Lee art, right?
Yeah.
And then I turned it around and I literally got chills on it. I was like, oh, the time is now. He's telling us, people,
the time is now.
No waiting. There's no waiting to restore anything. Right now is the time. We need
right
to
now. When I say I feel bad about like the time it took for me to discover this, like at the same time, I feel like Zach is a genius. He knows, he's thinking like 3 steps, 4 steps, 5 steps ahead of the rest of us. And this was there for me to discover at the right time. Like he puts the Easter egg out. Appreciate that, bet. That was pretty cool. But that just gave me confirmation. Like Wayne T. Carr was like, yeah, you got it. And Zach does the long play with these things. But as everything that's like necessary to happen in this world, like it happens when it needs to.
Yeah.
That's why last night I was shaking. I was literally every time I retell a story, like it's hard for me not to get like choked up because like it's a moment.
Yeah.
It just like happened out of nowhere. I was like, oh my God, I just figured this out. And I feel like the earlier moment that I talked about where I was like, oh shit, Zach, I never told anybody that but the cool table. Like, because it wasn't important. It wasn't important for me to just like go out and be like, oh yeah, Zach definitely saw my logo. Like, no, I don't care. That's not like what this movement is for. It was just like it was a cool moment for us. Like, yo, Zach definitely saw the logo though. Like, what's good? And the boys were like, yo, they definitely did. But fix that shit. I'm like, I know. I'm fixing it. Like, that's how we are. We're always like about the work. Like, I have the little moment, but I remembered that and I knew I would remember it. I saved this original logo back then when the full circle came out. That's the reason why I had this revelation, because it's next to this in my photo library. This logo is next to the Cell logo. I had them because of the time period, and I was like, oh yeah, let me put the full circle logo on the thumbnail that I was making last night. And then that's when I had this revelation. I was like, oh my God. And the reason why I did green, oddly enough, again, this isn't like APAS says like, she thinks that like God is involved in this. I believe that too. Whatever you believe is a part of this thing, I think is it's definitely gained some merit, because our background is on red, and that's the best way to display it. He saw it on white, but regardless, the way you display it, he saw it as black. Okay. And the best thing that overline that yellow doesn't display it well, because you can't see the white lettering well enough. It blends in with the white lettering of Justice League and Netflix. Red would have blended in with the background, and all the other tones, purple, orange, they all kind of mix. The purple mixes in with the purple and blue mix in with the black and the red too much. The orange does the same thing, and it's kind of like a highlighter as well. Pink mixes in with the red too much as well. Green is the best color to display this effectively enough. So
Yeah.
that's not like that's not nothing I did on purpose. It's just the best way to display it. And when someone said that, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, green was the best way to go.
It just happened to work out that way. The universe had a way of telling you what was up.
All right, right, exactly, dude. How can you not? How can you not?
Yeah, that's I can't imagine. Did you tell your girl like when you found out? Who was the first person you told? Did you tell the cool table
My
first?
girl was asleep when I found out. I didn't tell anybody. I was
You were,
shaking, dude. I was
you
just
was really
shaking, and I was like, because well, first of all, I'm like a skeptical guy.
okay.
Sorry, this is just a moment in the movie. If you want to stop it, help me stop it right now. This is us pleading with every other Snyder fandom. Like, come on.
Let's
Come
go.
on. If you want to
Let's
stop the nonsense, like help us stop it right now. We'll win today. You guys can help us win tomorrow. But when this moment happened, I just knew that I had to reveal it like I did so other
yeah.
people could have the moment that I did. I wanted to share that moment. There was no I couldn't just like, oh, here's a slot. Yo, take a look. Like, no, that's not gonna like you're not gonna have the revelation like I did. If you don't have the backstory to everything that happened. So that's why I was like, yo, I have to do this. I was gonna do a video on it. I'm like, but we were planning on doing freezing cold takes anyways. We're kind of just waiting on Leon, who I still haven't heard back from. I don't know what's good. But
That's man.
I see him out there in the streets, but he's just not taking his messages. That's Batman for you, right?
Yeah.
But I had the revelation. I just had to put it out as I had it, so everyone else could have the same revelation. As Necron said last night, it's like, yo, you just gave me goosebumps, dude.
Yeah. It was a moment, like Sky said, it was momentous day yesterday in my
Oh yeah.
seeing that.
Oh, what a day for me to like figure it all out on too. Like,
Because think about it, what December 1st when DCEU showed up on Netflix, while Sky was doing his watch along, he found out about Scott Stuber, head of Netflix Films, acknowledging y'all specifically, the certain segment, well, us specifically, the certain segment of Snyder fans,
right?
differentiating, showing that they know what's going on. They're seeing what flip-floppers have been saying, have been doing. And then that was yesterday was Wednesday.
Yep.
It took you the weekend. You just randomly found out, put this 2 and 2 together after we had been acknowledged that we were on the right track, we're being heard, making moves, making stuff happen. You literally dropped a bomb, Austin.
Had a Moab, didn't even know I did, dude, but I did. Man, got to keep it going. I feel like that's why I found it at the right time. The time is now. It's all right now.
Flop after flop after flop.
Flop after flop after flop.
We needed it. We needed you to figure this out, Austin, because the time is now. And I've been notorious on putting that. I was copying before I unveiled myself to the cool table, to Still Nation, Syndicate Network. I would copy paste all the time that quote. The time is now. So when you said that, like for me personally, when you put this together, for me, I was like, it gave me validation.
Good,
because I was criticized as, oh, you're a bot, and I was like, I was acting like a bot to their defense, to the anti's defense, but I saw that in the middle, like you put it, and I was like, holy yeah, it is.
Yeah,
the time
dude.
now. You guys have not been your work, your dedication, the sacrifice of time and energy that y'all put into this art has not been in vain, because Zach knows what's happening. He does. He, like you said, Austin, he was making this for us, for you to find.
Absolutely, dude. Which is crazy. Like with all the things that he's going on, like what am I gonna put on the back of this full circle shirt? Well, I can just do this thing that says all these nice quotes. Like I wanna put that on there. It's all right now because blah blah blah. But the cell movement, like they want me to say it's over. They want me to say it's over. The company wants me to say it's over. That's the whole thing. So that's why I say this. I was so confused because that's all we were hearing. I'm like, really? Really? It's over? Why did he put this quote on the back of his thing? Stand and fight. Discover that the time is now. Like, win and you'll discover. Win. The time is now. I'm like, who's the Alpha Omega though? Like, what is this Stone Quarry? Like, what does this all heal, love? Like, what does this all mean? It never made any sense to me. And yeah, and like, so that's why I just saved it, and then eventually, thankfully, putting it together, it doesn't all make sense. And what a time, because we got the validation that we needed, that everyone was interested. Because at the very beginning of this thing, as Skywalker had tailed out and laid out for us, James Gunn tried to debunk our entire movement as a CEO. Said Zach wasn't interested, Netflix wasn't interested, Ben wants to direct, like all this stuff. And like on one thread, we found out that Ben said absolutely not. Okay, boom, there's one. Then we found that Zach actually was interested and that Ben was interested at the same time of continuing. Okay, boom. There's two and a little extra icing on the cake. And then we didn't know, everyone wanted to keep saying that they didn't know. Well, Netflix still hasn't said that they're interested. Even though when I entailed last night, when we were doing our engagement events and we knew, shout out to the late great Mikey Sutton, he was telling us, like, yeah, you guys are making an impact, like keep doing what you're doing. And so it didn't matter what anyone was telling us. We could have nobody in the watch-alongs. We knew people were lurking, people were actually doing the engagement events. If they weren't in the watch-along, they believed in the message and they were engaging with Netflix, with us. We could see it. We could see the stuff we were watching trending every single weekend. And then we ran out of DC content.
Mm-hmm.
So think about the DC catalog. What they had on there was the three, and a lot of people's opinions, the three best series of modern times, like post 2000. You got the first one was Justice League, and then Justice League Unlimited. Those are two series, two of the best of all time for DC animated stuff. And then you had the Batman series, which is more unknown, but I imagine they got that in like a deal because it's more unknown and a lot of people haven't seen it. But since it's new to people, we were able to engage with it in a whole new way and watch it. And we watched all 5 seasons of that. We watched 4 seasons of the 2 seasons of Justice League animated, the first season, and then Justice League Unlimited, the 2 seasons of that. Watch all of that. They could have gave us, think about the DC catalog as a whole. Forget about live action. We were watching animated stuff. We had cartoons and cereal. We were watching animated stuff, cartoons. Think about that. We needed more DC content, but we didn't have it. Guess what? We didn't stop our engagement events. We kept engaging with Netflix originals, because we wanted to support Netflix. We're not gonna, all right, well, you don't have no more DC stuff on there. All right, we'll find this stuff. And we didn't want to watch the old shows because that wasn't part of the thing. Mm-hmm. So what did Netflix do? Rather than acquire animated movies like Flashpoint, like Justice League War, like any of those, like Dark Knight Returns Part 1 or Part 2, like acquiring any of the series that are out there, like Superman animated series or Batman animated series, or any of the animated movies, any of those. Justice League Doom, one of my favorites. Could have acquired any of those. What did they do? They didn't acquire 1 live action. They didn't acquire 2 live action, 3 They acquired the whole DCEU. And then 5 days after that, announced that they had even more DC content coming, like the Batman, SuperPets, Black Adam, Shazam 2 was actually going to be on there as well. So they told us then that they were rocking with us.
Yep.
We didn't get more animated. We got live action. We got the whole thing. They announced it months. They don't do this with other things. Like, oh, this whole, cinematic universe is coming to feast on this DCEU. Like, they didn't down talk it. They didn't say anything like, yo, we got this ish on our platform. Like, no. They were like, come engage with the whole cinematic universe that we have now on that told us right there. You want to read cryptic messages, you don't need this key and the cell logo. You need all that. In my opinion, you didn't need Scott Super saying what he said, but then he did. No matter when they said it, they put it out. They put this article out strategically, I feel like, because they knew that people were gonna be trying to kill this. People had a narrative literally days before, a week before, that Snyderverse is over. They're still carrying on about it.
Yep.
And then Scott Stuber said what he did. And they had to acknowledge us. They had to.
They had to.
They had to. All right. And now the crowd goes wild. We make it to overtime. We get the ball back first. I catch them sleeping on D, and you hit me on a deep route, dude. And I take it home.
You mean
and
this? You mean this ball?
Oh, yes. Throw me the ball, coach. I got it. I got it. And this is what I feel like is supposed to take us home to the big house.
Actually, I'm right here.
That's what we call the TD, dog. The touchdown. They call it the big house. That's to take us home to the big house. And I feel like that's what this is. Shout out Retro Girl.
Hey.
Hopefully you're seeing this now. Retro Girl, seeing the key. Estelle is the key. And I wanted to say this too, because I knew this was going to be a discussion. Like, well, what if Zach, just did the key for Wayne T. Carr's logo that Wayne T. Carr put out? You can do that, but as I said, all that logo has is the Justice League shield, the Alpha Omega, the time is now being clear, the stone at the bottom. It doesn't make any sense with just the Justice League shield. Zach saw the original logo. Zach saw this logo, and he was like, all right, let me draw something over top of that. That's pretty cool. And in the shape of a box. And the Alpha Omega lines up exactly where Cell is. Exactly where Cell is. And it's see-through, so you can just see that Cell's behind there. He's not covering it up. He's like, nah, you guys are the Alpha Omega, the tip of the spear. Mm-hmm. The time is now to follow them with your sword and shields.
Yep.
Like the shields, Zack Snyder's Justice League. And follow it to, he didn't cover up the 2, left that open, to Netflix, which is the foundation. That's where Stone Quarry is. That's Netflix. So the key only makes sense with our logo.
And apparently, I saw this earlier. TJ is saying we're getting more DC movies January 1st. Apparently, he said, I don't know if it's confirmed, but Aquaman,
Batman. Joker. Aquaman's coming. Let's go. The whole DCEU, my friends.
So that's not coincidence. If that is truly the case, like,
bro, tell me they get Aquaman 2 on there for Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'll freak out.
That's just the validation.
I'll freak out.
We all knew, we already had, but like now the ops, they can't say nothing. They can't.
And one thing about this picture too, TJ can see it. It also looks like the picture of the mother boxes synchronizing and forming the unity. I feel like that's why he overlaid it too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You're right.
It's exactly what it looks like when all the different boxes are synchronizing together. Because he could have just had the one line, right? But he made sure that there was 2 lines and that when you look at it, if you draw a Y down the center of this, that's when he dies. Steve Trevor.
Steve.
If you draw a Y down the center of this is actually a cube.
Yeah, it totally
is. If you do unify it together, it makes a cube. Yeah, so there's a whole many different sides to this.
And it's all coming full circle, because full circle was basically the tease
Yep.
for his arc to come full circle.
Absolutely, dude.
When you were describing this, I was like, oh, he's saying it's not full circle yet. It's trying to synchronize, but these MFers are the ones who know what to do. Because I just, in my heart of hearts, I think he watches, like he's been watching the fan base, the usual suspects who,
hell yeah,
like I think he knows a lot more than we think he knows. Whether it be him, he has a family, he's got stuff going on, he's working on films and projects with Netflix, but I think he really is knowing what this fan base, what's going on over here. That's what I think. 100%.
yeah,
and
dude.
This proves it with everything. Like this is
how could you not know? How could you not know?
We're already labeled as like conspiracy theorists, but hey, you laid it out plain as day right there.
I mean, I said you can form your own thoughts. You can think what you want to think, but it's right there. It's staring you in the face. Zach doesn't do these things for nothing, and you can't look at this original one and tell me it's for anything else at this point, because it doesn't make sense on anything else.
Him telling us we got the ball. It's time to go.
Time to go.
Go deep.
I love it.
Damn, Austin. Shout out to you for just, you were probably you just probably just working on other stuff, just stuff you're passionate about, and you're like, hold up. What?
Dude, I wish I could give you the feeling that I felt, like all of it, because it just goes on top of like all the work that we put into this stuff, and like all the people thinking they know everything, and you just sit there like, all right, okay, keep talking, like, okay.
The Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Right, dude, exactly.
First, get out of here.
I can say today, you can save the world.
This is it. Yep.
It's a quote.
I wish we had more time.
I wish we had more time.
Time, dude. That's always the theme in this universe.
It's precious.
It is.
And like you said, like Sky has said in the past, like we're not waiting around for this reboot to go and then that flop and then another company to be like Zach is telling us. He knows what's going to be happening with these corporations. He knows. Hollywood is always kind of like they know whispers. They have friends of friends. So this is the time to get this thing campaigned and sold. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. When everything's in flux over at WB and it's so uncertain, and they're trying to see if stuff's gonna stick against the wall or if shit's gonna hit the fan. And I think that if you want to, and obviously if you're a Zack Snyder fan, you want to see more Snyderverse. If you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League and you want more of that, you want to see the conclusion of that story, this always was the best option. And this right here is Zach telling us, like, yes, they may be the tip of the spear, but that's what the Alpha Omega is. They are the tip of the spear. They are abrasive. Some people might not like us, and that's okay. That's fine. You don't have to like us, but you could still hashtag this stuff. You don't have to like come to our watch-alongs, but you could still engage with Netflix. Like that's fine. It's not about liking us. It's not about being our friends. It's about continuing this story. Do you like that's what I always grew up. My dad always said, I always asked him about certain things they did. Like, why did you do that if you don't like that person? It's like, well, I was always taught, and this is what I'm gonna teach you. I might not like what you have to say, but I'm gonna fight for your right to say it. And that's what I was always taught. So it's like our differences shouldn't mean anything. If the end of the be all is that you want Zach to continue his story, then like who we are and what your feelings are about us shouldn't mean anything.
Austin, as you're talking like that, I bet that's honestly how Zach feels about antis talk about him.
Yeah, dude.
So that's why he rocks out with this movement. He really sees himself. I said, like Skywalker yesterday on my watch along, He's just like Zack Snyder. This whole movement is just like Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Because we followed the ROEs. We had a captain who had this idea that's outside of the box thinking, that's not going to go with what the narrative is and doing something different. And we all followed in line, stayed the course, not wavering. Wonders are coming out of that, y'all. Wonders.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like
wonders, people.
And I see TJ says, like, what if Congress blocks the conglomerate what it's forming? Like, it doesn't matter if it's sold to Netflix already. They can't do anything about it. It's a previous deal that's done. So that's the whole point. Like, aren't you sick of WB just meddling with the rights to this and just not doing anything productive and just BSing around and not having a plan and trying to switch the narrative every movie and switching the tone every movie and nothing's intertwined anymore? Nothing makes sense. Aren't you sick of that? Like, if it is sold, the story is sold, the rights to make your own story is sold. Like, we don't have to deal with that anymore. They can waffle around all they want. Netflix will have the rights to do their own thing. And that's what we can stand behind. And I also made a point about it the other night, and I want to say it here again. Like, well, what about Amazon? What about Universal? What about all this other stuff? It's like, cool. I know that there's other third parties, and yes, we would all like them to, you know, if not Netflix, then them. But Netflix is also a part of this key, guys. Netflix is the key. No other streaming platform has Zack Snyder. So why would it matter if it went there?
100%.
Netflix is the key too.
Netflix is the key.
Yeah. You were right about them.
You were right about them. You've always been right.
Exactly. I used to make that joke earlier. Sell is the key, but not like I didn't even know what I was saying, really. Like, I didn't know that it really meant this much.
When you go deep, you see what you find. See what you find.
Facts.
He was telling Skywalker and Leon and Sil and all of us. You know, I know you weren't able to be there, Austin, but he was telling you, if you really want to go deep on this material, it's there, right? So
there.
Yeah, of course. Would I continue? Of course I would. He was telling us. He
has such a big smile on his face too when he had that answer. He's like, man, how do I say this without telling them? If you guys just look at the back of your t-shirts. Like, it was staring us all in the face. Like, he must have had the biggest like giggle session to himself the whole time, talking to Sky, like, you got no idea.
And when he referred to Sky, I wonder if Zach kind of gave him a heads up, like, hey, you know, the guy who created the movement is at the event. So I met him on Friday. So and to answer this gentleman's question right here,
that's why I said it made such a big difference too that they switched the moderators around. I think Zach had a part in that. Like, the last day, I need to have my guy asking the questions, so they ask the right people.
I don't know if you know this, Austin, but I was actually sitting next to that moderator on Man of Steel Day, because what happened was I sat in the front and somebody had their stuff there, but they weren't there. So I set my stuff there and went to the bar. That's when everyone was meeting Zach. It was, you know who, the moderator. And he was bragging about, oh yeah, I'm not doing Man of Steel. I'm going to do ZSJL. And I was like, oh, cool. Then when BBS Day came and he was up there, I was like,
what happened?
What happened? Huh? Okay. Like, what happened? So it was just, I think, intentional.
Yeah, dude.
I think
Zach, it had to be.
They yeeted that shit real quick. It was like, yoink. Yeah, you thought. Metal.
It's Metal, bro. Shout out to Leon.
So ridiculous. But yeah, man, I think it's absolutely we've been saying it's imperative. Metalo,
Josh,
that's
how many
crazy.
times did he say that shit, bro? It was probably about 3 or 4 times. He's like, yeah, Metalo. I was like, what the fuck? Who? What? Why did he keep saying?
And Zach is mad that he has to, like, because of WB, like, fraternize with those freaking people. You know what I'm saying? Because they're paid to go there and have their narrative and say what WB wants them to say ultimately. Like, oh, Zach's done. All right, then why is he putting on a shirt at Full Circle that says the time is now on it? What the hell does the Alpha Omega mean and all that? Like, that's what this is.
He's playing the game because
right.
I have video of Man of Steel Day when Zach came and introduced it with Debbie, and literally that person I was referring to is on the end, and I'm the second seat in the row, right? So she's like, Debbie's like passing by. She's like, oh, hi. And the way, like, just reading you can watch the video, and he has like the biggest smile on his face, like, oh, she knows who like she knows who I am.
Right.
In my head, from my perspective, I'm like, no, that
was shade. That was shade. Yeah, that's shade. That's hilarious. What's up, motherfucker?
And then
that's
Zach gave him like a pat on too, and he's like, "Oh hey, like, you ain't gonna do day 3 though."
Right, I'm gonna have my guy. Now that I know that Sky is here,
yeah,
I'm gonna have my guy.
Sky,
that's why it was changed.
You changed the program, Sky.
Yeah.
The
program.
That's what we do. There's gonna be a lot more programs changing too. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout for that.
We have reached the end. Wonder Woman 2017. Amazing narration from the good Austin, the Flash himself, as we finished out this movie. Good Austin, man. Thank you for dropping in here, explaining that to the people who I saw some people that were asking some questions they didn't really understand, but I think you really did a good job laying it out for us. How are you feeling after this revelation yesterday? This is brand new as of yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So now that you've been able to sleep on it, I don't know, a little bit over 24 hours or under 24 hours now, how do you feel that not only is the universe already on here, but we're getting more coming apparently in January?
That's hilarious. Yeah, that just means that it's more vindication, right? This finding this was vindication. All right, you're in the right thing. Zach's on the side. Everything we're doing is right. That this is more vindication on top of Scott Stuber, and then the fact that more DC is coming is even more vindication. So yeah, it's just, to me, it's still kind of surreal. I don't know. And then Wayne T. Carr like replying, hitting me with the pound. Like, I was like, oh man, I screenshotted that. I screenshotted that. I saved that on my phone. Like, that's a
too. I was like,
that's a moment for me, dude. That's a moment for me. And seeing everyone else's reaction though is really more vindication that, you know, everyone else got it. For the people who don't understand, I hope that I'm kind of like describing the situation as much, because like if you haven't been a part of this movement the whole time, it's not going to make that much sense to you. It's not going to hit like it has for everybody else,
right.
because you haven't gone through the trials and the tribulations. You haven't understand, because as the Alpha Omega, as the tip of the spear, you don't understand why other people feel so abrasive about your existence, but it's just because you are the Alpha Omega. You're the end all be all. And like, you don't think that you are, you just are. And so like, I know that some people are going to be abrasive to this as well, and I'm just waiting for that discussion, I guess, because I'm going to be here for it. I'm like, all right, go ahead, tell me what your counter argument is, because I really want to hear what, you know, people are going to argue again, like, oh no, he didn't, there's no way that, you know, he saw your logo. Oh, he didn't? Because we have factual evidence to the contrary. We know the exact date, which was before Full Circle, like before everything. And it just makes sense. Like the whole, when Zach put out the original logo and it had Wayne T. Carr put out the because there's no way Wayne T. Carr just came up with the original logo. I don't think he did. And got permission. Wayne T. Carr didn't have those pictures. I'm sure that he got those from Zach to put out. Those pictures that we never saw from them filming on set. Put those out at the same time on the first training day. So I think that when he originally had this logo sent out, he had the ideas of, I'm gonna interlock it with another like logo so it can make the unity. And I think that he always knew that shape was gonna take place. But the fact that I did what I did with the logo, and this was the idea to combine it, and we pushed this on the first t-shirts, like then he saw that and was like, oh yeah, okay, maybe he had just the outer part of this before. Maybe it just was the Justice League thing and it was just to make it a box and make the box whole. But then he added the triangle, added the alpha omega, and like, because like you said, he's gotta know, or have people who do know and watch us, and that is why we're so abrasive, just because we don't care what anybody else thinks, like, and we never have. We don't have to follow anybody else. We follow ourselves. And that's the tip of the spear. That's how existence is for the tip of the spear, which he is very familiar with that, right? He is very familiar with that. The cutting edge. Everyone's like, "Oh, this movie is before the time." A lot of people see waves, all right, and they're like, "Oh man, that's just a product of the moon and the ocean." And they don't realize that boat went by before actually and created those waves, and you're just watching the after and you're talking about the after. That boat's already gone onto its destination. You know what I'm saying? And you're still talking about the wake afterwards. And that's kind of what I feel like it is with Zack Snyder. So that's people are gonna. I'm waiting for the wake, I guess, because of the tip of the spear, like I said, existence. Not all the people are still catching on to this. The more that do, though, I hope they can take from this message. Like, the time is now to follow us. Like, you may not like us, but this whole time we've had the right message. We've been correct. Even if if you want to like claim vagueness on the ROEs and I don't get why, I don't get why, I don't get why. It doesn't have to make sense. You just have to do the right thing, and the time is now. The stone foundation that we built this fandom upon crumbled easily, but it won't with us because we're different.
Yep.
Zach's telling you, there's so many messages here to reveal, and that's why he does what he does, right? It's not just one singular message either. It's always both. So take what you will from this, but just know what he's really telling you. The time is now to follow Cells YesYell to Netflix.
It's right in front of your face.
And that's
right there. You want more of this?
That's how we get the great prize.
The great prize right here. That's what we're trying to fight for. We're going to use the hashtags. Sell Snyderverse to Netflix. Sell ZSJL to Netflix is the main one we're pushing because we got Man of Steel, which I did a watch along for yesterday. Sky did the official one. Sky also did the official Wonder Woman 2017 on December 2nd. I'm doing mine because I missed Man of Steel and Wonder Woman. I'm just trying to help out and continue with the engagement.
Love it, dude.
Sky is doing the official ones. He was having some connection issues, so he had to drop out. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back or not. But man, we are just going to continue to rock out with this because Austin has gave us this galvanizing bombshell coming in hot with the ball in hand, telling us we are on the right path. We got the JL ball right here. Keep going. Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Signed by the man himself. Did you get one of these, Austin? It's one of the ones.
No, dude, I need to. I forgot that those were even a thing.
Yeah, they were just for Thanksgiving, I think in 2021, I
I'm
think.
gonna go on eBay and look for them. Well, because all this merch came out and I moved. So I spent all my money, dude. Like I spent all my money on the move. It was like like I called it the Mecca, because I was coming down. Like everything was solely. I sold a bunch of stuff. And I'm gonna be moving again soon, so it's gonna be happening again. So like yeah, it's just what happens in life, you know. I try not to get too attached to materialistic things, and at that time I wanted to spend all the money on all of the merch, dude, but I just like had to like I can't. I have more important things. I had a girlfriend at the time who's now my fiance. So it was all, you know, it all worked out for the better. And even without all that stuff, I wish I had that, right? But I'm sure I'll have one in my possession
You
sooner or later.
Hey, that's a metaphorical ball. Yeah,
Yeah,
you keep
dude.
going, homie, because you're the fastest of us all. So shout out to you for coming on and dropping that, because the way you explained it yesterday, like I said, I did go, I went and checked my t-shirt and I was like, holy shit, it's there. It was there the entire time. Nobody questioned what that is, because it is, you know, it is the quote from the movie, the end.
Right.
But why does it have to be like that? Why is it in that shape with these symbols? You know, that's not just something.
And if you want to be like people who argue semantics, is like, well, technically, he said it's all right now. It's all right now.
True.
You can make your own future, make your own past. It's all right now. But in this, he says the time is now to follow us.
Yep.
That's why it's more significant. But yeah, it's like, and no one questioned it, like you said, man. No one questioned it.
Because that part is said, actually. Silas Stone, when he's telling Cyborg, take your place among the brave ones.
Oh, the time is now. Okay.
So what is he telling
about Barry?
What is he telling? No, you're right. You're right. Barry does say that. But he's telling us we're the brave ones.
Stone says the time is now, with Stone down there too. See, look at you helping me out.
Yeah, see?
Damn, dude.
He's metaphorically telling us we are the brave ones and to take our place among them.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Yes, there's so many layers to this.
There's so many. And you go deep, you're gonna have to talk with Peely. I'm sure he's gonna show you. Hey, bro, he's gonna tell you all this stuff that we're not even getting.
Yeah, I know, right? You guys don't even know.
Damn, man. Well, thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening. I know it's, you know, the middle of the week and it's late, but shout out to you for jumping on, explaining your discovery, because you are doing the work here, homie. You're an amazing creator. Love your channel. You know, I'm not too not too up to date on like what's happening in the sports world. I get it. I try to pop in and I'm like, okay, cool. But I do, you know, talk to my men in my family, my grandfather and whatnot. Are always watching the game, so I do kind of get some tidbits here and there. So,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support, regardless, man.
Yeah, I always jump in and smash the like. If I don't understand what's going on, I at least try to get a little information on who's playing who. And I was like, okay, I can ask Grandpa when I'm visiting Grandpa what happened in the game. So y'all go follow the Good Austin. His handle is on the ticker on the bottom. If y'all haven't, he's got his YouTube channel. He does freezing cold takes, but he also does the Good Countdown with the homie Sil Abdul.
Yes, sir.
When is that normally happening?
That's always Sunday morning, and then we have the mini Monday recap, Monday nights, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday nights, usually around 7. We have shows as well. We do power rankings, we do Thursday countdown. We did a show earlier tonight for the Thursday night game. So yeah, we're 4 days a week with Sil Abdul about sports and football on my channel.
Bad Dan's correcting me. Who's playing who? Okay. Who?
Okay.
But yeah, go follow him on YouTube and on X Twitter. He's got those posts up. You can see it for yourself that the man, our Green Lantern himself, where's it at? Wayne, I have so many shirts. Wayne T. Carr validated Austin's discovery. All right. He gave him the Green Lantern thumbs up, more or less, the fist bump. So
gave me the fist, but he flashed the fist bump.
Like I told you, that iconic friendship between the Green Lantern and Flash, it's cemented. And I don't know if you know this, in the storyboards for JL 2 and 3, that line is said. The iconic partnership between Flash and Green Lantern is cemented. So
That's awesome.
Metaphorical way, you really cemented that iconic by that discovery. So shout out to you,
dude.
Austin.
Shout out to Wayne T. Carr.
Shout out to Wayne T. Carr, our Green Lantern. Was there anything else that you wanted to say before we're gonna go ahead and end the stream? I know it's late. I got work tomorrow myself.
Yeah, I gotta go to sleep too, my friend. No, just make sure that everyone who is here, everyone's watching the replay. If you clip this, make sure you go support BVS Watchalong on Skywalker's channel and watch BVS, and then we'll be watching Suicide Squad on Sunday or Saturday night as well.
All right. So yeah, tomorrow show up to Skywalker. All the handles are at the bottom for X Twitter. Skywalker the Jedi is he was here earlier, had some connection issues, but he will be doing the official hashtag sell ZSJO Netflix, sell Snyderverse Netflix, BBS Watch Along tomorrow. Do you know what time that is?
I think he said he might move it back, but I believe
right,
it is 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. I think he said at that, but it may be like 7 p.m. He might move it back. So right. Time is definitely, just be ready around 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and be on the watch out on Twitter. You can also look at the YouTube, and we try to update the time on the YouTube. If it's going to change, we try to let you guys know on there. So if you're in the chat on the YouTube, I'll usually be in there and be like, yo, we're running late. Or Sky might be like, yo, we're running late. So just be on the lookout for that, but definitely around the afternoon, early evening time for the watch along.
All right. We got Retro saying she's going to jump in. Thanks to Sin Havoc. Thanks to everyone in the chat who came in. I really appreciate it. It was last minute, just trying to help with the engagement. Thank you to Skywalker the Jedi for showing up, and to you, Good Austin. We're going to go ahead and end the stream so we can get some sleep, get ready for BVS Day. Y'all, the time is now. Hashtag sell is the way. See y'all later.
Peace.
Peace. Let's see. In the stream. I'm going to roll around.